Hi everyone, my name is Annie Clements. I am a professional bassist and background vocalist, and here's my dog Stelly. And I'm doing this series for Premier Guitar on how to quickly and efficiently learn songs. So I'm going to take you on my whole journey from the critical listening phase through interval training to charting to weaning yourself off of your charts, etc. As it so happens, I'm out on tour with Maren Morris, and she has a new project called the Highwomen, and we have just been tasked as Maren's band to learn 3 Highwomen songs for her show coming up in Nashville next week. It's a big hometown show. It's sold out, so I absolutely won't be able to use charts. So I'm gonna choose one song to use as my example, and the song that I'm going to choose is Redesigning Women. Let's go ahead and start listening, and I'll kind of show you as I go along how I start internalizing music. Oh yeah.
Old time living on a half-time schedule.
Intro.
Always trying to make everybody feel special. Learning when to break and when to hit the pedal. Working hard to look good till we die. A critical reason there's a population.
Okay, so moving on to
raising
the verse.
eyebrows and a new generation. Rosie the Riveter with renovations, and always gets better with wine. Redesigning.
Okay, so we got a verse and a chorus.
Running the world while we're cleaning up the kitchen. Making bags, shaking hands, driving 80. Trying to get home just to feed the baby. Skipping the bread for the butter. Changing our minds like we change our hair color. Yeah, ever since the beginning, we've been redesigning women.
Okay. Most country songs revolve around 4 chords. Just 4. Those chords are usually the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 6. This song is in the key of F. So F is the number 1. And you can kind of think of it in terms of, your solfege. Do, a do, you're a female. Do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, back to 1. So the chords, the main chords that I know in my brain I'm going to be looking for in this key, F is 1, B flat is 4, C is 5, and D minor is the 6. So far on my first listen, and normally, I have a very well-trained ear, so it's easy for me to hear these chords as they're going by, but that's hopefully where you'll get to. I only heard 1s and 4s and 5s. Now, as things progress, I may hear some other chords that kind of fall outside of that range. But once you kind of have an ear for the, basic chords, you can very quickly and easily learn songs. You just start committing these patterns to memory. So let's move on to the second verse.
Us are saints and some of us are surgeons, made in God's image, just a better version and breaking every jello mold. And when we love someone, we take them to heaven. And if the shoe fits, we're gonna buy 11. How we get it done, we like to keep them.
Okay, so far the second verse is the same as the first verse. Now we're the chorus, which sounds like it's starting on the 4 chord. Now we're back to the 1. 5, now there's like a little break here. 4. I'm guessing there's going to be a bridge or a solo.
How do we do it?
Uh-oh.
How do we do it? Make it up as we go along. How do we do it? How do we do it? Halfway right and halfway wrong. Redesign.
Back to that chorus.
Running the world while we're cleaning up the kitchen.
Okay, so there was a bridge in there, and bridge. What I usually find with songs is that I can kind of boil everything down if I have to a cheat sheet on my set list of bridges and solos. So, because it's usually like, all right, I got the verse and the chorus, they're all kind of the same thing. Then we get to like, oh gosh, I don't know what's coming up next. Oh, I don't know. So I'll just scribble down what's happening with that bridge. Now, it sounded to me like there was a 6 in there. So let's back up our recording to the bridge and see what the heck is happening there. It's coming up. So now I'm listening. How long until it goes into it? Hold it. 1, 2. Oh, it's a bar of 6. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is the root of the start of the bridge. It's this note. So I'm gonna keep singing it until my mind can riddle out what it is in our number system. Down, the root motion is this, la, 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 la. It actually is kind of cheeky of me because that is the la in solfege. That was unintentional. So if we're here, la, 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 if this is our 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, la, do, re, mi, fa, so, 6, la, do, re, mi, fa, so, la. Okay, so now I know that that is the 6, so we know that the bridge starts on the 6. How do we say, how do we, 5, 4, 1. Okay, so there's our 6 chord, which we've got to have in country music. Got to. So that's the bridge. That's the root motion of the bridge. One thing I also was paying attention to is getting out of the chorus and going into the bridge. So I kind of did the chorus hanging on the 4. Redesigning women. How do we do it? So counting that out, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Redesigning women. How do we do it? Okay, so that's a bar of 6. So that is another something that I will know when I go to make my chart after I've listened to this song about 5 more times. Okay, there was something going into the bridge. It's a bar of 6. I have to make sure to make a note of that. So as I'm listening, I am scanning for things that are not within the normal, 1s, 4s, and 5s, and in the normal tempo. So already now I've listened to the song, I've mapped the song. We've got a verse, chorus, a verse, a chorus, a bar of 2 going into the bridge, which I think it goes kind of twice around through the chord changes on the bridge, and then it might hang over again and go back to the last chorus. So there I go. There, I have it in my mind, and honest to God, I mean, I've heard this song a few times, but I haven't sat down to do this work yet because I haven't been tasked with learning it until this afternoon. So here we are. Okay, so one thing I was paying attention to there too was the intro. So there's a nice guitar riff, and then and then everybody's in. And that's the other thing I will usually mark on my cheat sheet is when I come in, so I'm not like a deer in headlights. Like, wait, how does the song start? What do I do? If you do need to have any notes in front of you, that's one thing I always pay attention to. It's a pickup.
Full-time living on a half-time schedule. Always trying to make everybody
Now I'm listening to
to
what the bass is doing. I haven't really been paying attention to what the bass is doing at all yet. I've been mapping the form and the chord changes.
Raising eyebrows and a new generation.
What I'm hearing are whole notes and then kind of following the kick drum pattern.
Running the world while cleaning up the kitchen. Making bank, shaking hands, driving native. Trying to get home just to feed the baby. Skipping the bread for the butter. Changing our minds like we change our hair color. Yeah, ever since the beginning, we've been redesigning women. Pulling up the
only changing for the chorus side. It's a little busier. There's like a couple walk-ups there. But fundamentally, it's that same kick pattern line. Bass line is, it's just following the kick drum pattern. I can hear it as I'm driving along. Boom, boom, boom. And occasionally he'll throw in, you know, a couple nuances here, there, and a couple walk-ups. So now that I already established that the song is in the key of F, and as I'm driving along and I'm listening and I know that we're doing 1, 4, 5, well, I can see in my mind's eye, all right, I'm gonna be on the first fret, F, ba-bum, bum, then to the 4, the B flat on the A string, bum, ba-bum, bum, or maybe I'll play in the middle of the neck, I don't know. Bum, ba-bum, bum, to the C, B flat or the 4, F is the 1. So now I'm watching my hands, as I'm also watching the road, in my mind playing the bass line. So by the time I get done with all this listening, I'll be able to sit down and press play on this recording in my studio with a bass in hand and write out my chart, basically just dictating it as the song plays along because I know it now. And I'll be able to then play through it with the bass. So now we're back at home and we've listened to the song several times and we're gonna chart it out, and I will just show you as I chart along and kind of talk you through my process of writing a number chart. All right, so we've got Redesigning Women, which is in the key of F. So F is our 1. That is the tonic. So let's kick the song off. Intro, right in 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Working hard to look good till we die.
4.
A critical reason there's a population raising eyebrows and a new generation. Rosie the Riveter with renovations, and now always gets better with wine. Redesigning women, rubbing the world while cleaning up the kitchen, making bags, shaking hands, driving native, trying to get home just to feed the baby. Skipping the bread for the butter, changing our minds like we change our hair color. Yeah, ever since the beginning, we've been redesigning women.
4, 5, 6.
Pulling up the doors and changing out the curtains. Some of us are saints and some of us are surgeons, made in God's image, just a better version, and breaking every jello mold. And when we love someone, we take them to heaven. And if the shoe fits, we're gonna buy 11. How we get it done, we like to keep them guessing, but secretly we all know.
Here's another chorus.
Women, running the world while we're cleaning up the kitchen, making bangs, shaking hands, driving native, trying to get home just to feed the babies, skipping the bread for the butter, changing our minds like we change our hair color. Yeah, ever since the beginning, we've been
1, 2,
redesigning
3, 4, 5, 6. Bridge. 6, 2, 5, Okay, so what the heck just happened? All right, let's talk about this. So like we discovered in the car, the form of the song is verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and there's a little intro at the top. And so I need to go back and listen to that intro again. I knew I would need to do that. But again, I have not yet touched an instrument. I have no reference for writing this chart other than my own ear and listening in the car. And it's very easy for me to just quickly write out the numbers. Now the beauty is, if I show up at the gig and somebody needs to change the key of the song, boom, change, done. Chart stays the same. A couple spots that jumped out at me. First of all, the intro. I need to go re-listen to that and see exactly what happens. It sounded like at the top of the verse, these are all diamonds. So what a diamond means just a whole note. There's whole note. So in number charts, so this is 4 bars. So that's why you heard me kind of counting along as I was charting. I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, because I knew that some of these the chords would be kind of split up between the bars. So the verse starts on the 1. I'll play it on my piano. F, da, 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 4, B flat, da, 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 3, 4, 5, da, 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 3, 4. Now we have 2 bars of 4, 2 bars of 1. Does that make sense? So when you split in a bar, you draw a little line under it, and that lets everyone know, okay, this is 2 beats of 4, 2 beats of 1. So now on the chorus, we have, if you have just half, that's like half a bar basically. That's a bar of 2. So there's kind of your correlation to what's happening. That's how I kept calling it a bar of 6, but it's a bar of 2 in Nashville language. So now here we are at our pesky bridge. And I'll play this for you so you know what's happening. So just count 1, 2, 3. How do we do it? How do we do it? Nagging it out as we go along. How do we do it? How do we do it? Halfway right. Oh, see, I messed that up. I remember that in my mind. That should be a 5. Not a 1. Halfway wrong. Redesign. But I didn't catch that until I sang it back, because if you sing it, you can play it. Ear training in action. That's a big old 5. Then we go right to the chorus, which all of these choruses are the same. And the verses are too. So, knowing that, it makes it pretty easy to start committing this song to memory. So now I gotta listen to this intro one more time, and you can watch me kind of count it through.
Full time living up.
Okay. So 2, 3, 4, and the verse. So we've got a whole note, and that's a low F. I heard it just ball. So we're gonna draw our little diamond. I'm just dropping one F there. And then these sound like they're all diamonds, meaning all whole notes, but let's listen through.
On a half-time schedule, always trying to make everybody feel special. Learning when to break and when to hit the pedal. Working hard to look good till we die. A critical reason there's a population.
Great. Okay, so yes, these are all whole notes. And then you can see I have a note, and then, these are half notes, but I'll just put diamonds here anyway. There's no exact science with this stuff. This is just my system. Now I have the word line poorly written here. So I'm going to do line in, and whenever I come in with a line, I usually do a box around it. And that line follows the kick drum pattern. Kick, I'm gonna write that. And I will draw notation on these charts too, if I need to. I don't need to in this inch, but if I were going to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and. So that's the line. 1, 2, 3, and this Sharpie makes it hard to tell, but this is supposed to be a half note. Golly, my penmanship is horrible. But anyway, this is literally what I do. Is like I mentioned earlier, there's no staff paper here. So this is like, okay, this is the pattern of the line. This is the pattern the whole time. And if there are any other moments where the pattern changes, I'll just draw myself in a little notation just like that. That's the kick drum pattern. That's the bass line I'm going to be playing for the whole song. So now I've got the dang thing charted. Again, like I mentioned, I have not yet picked up an instrument or referenced anything other than just listening to the song. But now I'm going to be able to play this sucker, hopefully all the way through without maybe even looking at this chart or making too many mistakes. Let's find out. The 4, 5, 4, 1. 1. Here's that kick drum pattern. Do that. 4, 5, 4 to the 1. Break. Read is a foreign and a women. Go, 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 and the world while we're cleaning up. 1. Here comes a 5. 1. 4. 1. Here comes a 5. Now here's that the bar of 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right back to the verse. 5, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll do a little walk up or something there. Changing our minds like we change our hair color. Ever since the beginning. All right, here's an extra bar of 2, right? 2, 3, 4. To the bridge. 6, 1, 5, 4. Again, 1. How do we? 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to the chorus. 4. Little women. Then 1. Like we're cleaning up the kitchen. Second thing, second hand. Same chorus. Home just to feed the baby. 4. 1. Like we change our hair color. To the 5. All right, the song's almost over. Break on that 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Ha! I did not look at my chart one time, and I now have the song committed to my memory, and I will perform it at a sold-out show at Ascend Amphitheater on October 18th with the Highwomen, some of the Highwomen, and Maren Morris. And I'm very excited. Now I can move on with my life to other things that I have to do tonight and for the next few days. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful and just took you through my process of how I learn songs. And I'm telling you, listening will save you a world of pain, of stabbing in the dark, of fumbling around. But there's lots of tips for training your ear. Berkeley has a great online ear training class that you can take. I've taken several of them myself. Yeah, so just listen and sing along. It's the best thing you can do. Yeah, happy playing. Thanks.